Hello guys, welcome back to my gig routes. This one is 2 orders, alcohol orders, and the platform is Uber. Pickup location is 7 minutes from here, 3.3 kilometers, and as usual it's paying more than $1 per kilometer. Let's go. The advantage with the alcohol deliveries is that you can always tell if you are going to pick a rather heavy package or heavy delivery or a light one, but in most cases it's always just a few bottles or always there, and then they are readily available, so you don't have that issue of going to wait for so long to be prepared or something like that, because they are just there on the counter. You just go there and they pick for you and they give you, and you go, you are ready to go. So you don't have those unnecessary delays when it comes to alcohol deliveries, because there's nothing to prepare. It's just picking the order and you are gone. So that's the advantage of alcohol deliveries. Okay, what is the disadvantage of picking alcohol deliveries? And the main one obviously is the fact that it's restricted item. So you've got to check so many things to make sure that the person is not intoxicated. The person you're delivering to, the customer for this case, should not be intoxicated. If that's the case, then you have to return it back to the store. Again, the recipient has to be an adult, and it should be over, the person should appear to be over 25 years old. From what you see, like when you see the customer should appear to be over 25 years. Then if not, you have to check specifically the ID or the driving license. But of late, most of the orders actually ask for the driving license before you deliver. So that process of confirming all those checks are in order takes a lot of time too. And the other part is you might end up returning the item back to the store if the customer is not compliant. Because sometimes if you deliver and you realize that the address is near a school or where children are, and whoever is receiving the order appears to be ordering on behalf of maybe underage, then you are supposed to refuse delivery and you return the order back to the store. Okay, so there are so many checks which you are supposed to follow, which takes time. But then if everything goes well and customer is not intoxicated, customers have a valid ID or identification, then you are good. You will finish your delivery quick and you get your money. But let's see how this one goes. I'm now picking the first delivery. I told you there are two. The first order. So this one is from Legoland. Legoland is where I'm picking this first order. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So I need to, sometimes the parking here is so full. I'll try my best. Let me see. Yep, I found a nice spot here. Okay. Okay guys, let me go ahead and pick the order. Then I'll be back. And the order is here, right there. Okay, so confirming pickup. Let's go. Actually, the next pickup is just 100 meters from here, so that's easy. Easy. So I'll just go this way. Initially, I thought that I was picking two alcohol orders, but I realized one is alcohol, the other one is not alcohol. That makes my work easy. Okay, reverse parking, then we are good. So let me pick up this order quickly, then we are on our way. Alright, second order picked. Okay. Confirming pickup, and we are on our way. Let me check the direction. Good. Let's go, guys. The first order to be delivered is alcohol. Alcohol. The last order to be dropped is food. I guess the guy waiting for food will not be mad at me. And the best part is normally the app will always tell the customer where I am at any given time, so they know, the second customer knows that I'm actually dropping the first order before their order. But as usual, nobody's happy to be the last one. Every customer would rather be the first one to receive their order. So as much as the first customer will praise you for delivering their order first, the second one will not be happy with you. But it's not your fault, because the application assigned those two jobs as a run, as one for you to deliver. But then the customer, in most cases, because one customer once told me that actually you should not accept it if you are going to take long. So basically what that customer was saying is, if two jobs are combined, then don't pick it. Basically that's what the customer was saying, because the customer would not care that you picked an order which was already combined as one. So it's not your fault, it's not your mistake. But the customer looks at it from the perspective that why did you accept two orders? Why did you accept two orders? So you should have left it. That's from the perspective of the customer. You also played a role by accepting it. So I don't know how that makes sense. I don't know if that one makes sense, but yes, a situation where you want to earn some dollars, you are given 2 jobs combined into one. So you follow the instructions as per the application, but the customer will not be happy being the last one to receive the delivery. Anyway, it's a 50-50 issue. All right, delivering the first order. Okay, I'm at the right location. So let's see. I hope the customer is actually what I'll do, I will turn off the engine. Let's go. Alcohol. That was cool. The process went so well, no issues with identification, because the moment you get an invalid ID, or maybe the customer doesn't have a valid identification, that complicates everything. Because now what happens is you have an order which you're supposed to deliver back to the store because of that issue of no valid identification, and at the same time you have an order which is waiting for you to deliver to the customer. So you might find yourself in a situation where you are going back to the store and you have not even delivered the second order. But it is what it is. You've got to earn some dollars. So basically what I'm saying is there's always some complications when you pick runs or orders which are combined into one. It's normally at the convenience of the application or the platform or the company, because maybe there are few drivers, so they decide, they say, now because we have this active driver, let's give him or her everything. And sometimes it has good money, so you will always be tempted to pick it, because for example like this one now, it was paying almost $2 per kilometer. So you see, as a driver, you are tempted to pick it because it has good money. Then on the other side of the company, they have saved a situation. Maybe the drivers were few, so they take advantage of you. So it's a win-win situation. But then the customer, the second customer, like now this one I'm delivering the second one, knows that you actually dropped for someone else first, so you are dropping their order last. Naturally, as a human being, there's that thing of, oh, why did you pick me as the last one? And yet it was not your choice. But not all customers. Some customers understand that it is a tricky situation, and you can't be blamed for that. Okay, I've been blocked by a big car here, so kind of I'm in a black spot, but I'm good now. So that's it. Let's make this customer happy. We are 4.3 kilometers to go, and I don't want to overspeed. This is build up area, 50 kilometers per hour. How many applications are active as you speak? I have 5 applications right now. One is not active. One is off right now. 4, or let me say 2 are very active. That's DoorDash and Uber, because the one we're using now is Uber. Then 2 are active but not very active. What do I mean by that? I post them, but I've picked some orders also, which I'm going to deliver later on. And the advantage with some of applications is that you can pick an order in advance. So you can pick an order which you intend to deliver 4 hours later or 3 hours later, something like that. So there's one order like that which I picked actually like 3 hours ago, and I still have like another 2 hours or 1.5 to pick it. So that's the advantage with some applications, some courier applications which allow that, because you can plan yourself. The disadvantage with that is you might forget that you had booked a delivery 5 or 6 hours earlier. So the moment you forget, it affects your rating, because they love to unassign, remove it from your queue at the last minute when it's almost late because you forgot about it. So that's the disadvantage. So whenever you book, make sure you are really aware. You're aware of the ETA, the estimated time of arrival, or just make sure you don't forget completely that you have an order to deliver. So why do I have 2 applications which are very active? I chose that because these 2 applications allows you to withdraw your money or your cash or your dollars immediately, like when you need it. So I wanted some cash, so I have a target for today, and that's why I chose those 2 applications, because I'll be able to cash out the money immediately when I hit the target. As for the other applications, you have to wait until the end of the week. So there's always the wages or the pay is in a circle, is in a weekly circle. So the others is good for other things, but when you need some quick dollars, quick cash, 2 are the best. Okay, I'm almost there, so I hope the customer will appreciate. Some customers are good, by the way. Some customers are good. Sometimes you get very nice tips. You even ask yourself, what? Did I really deserve this? sometimes you get very nice tips. And never judge people. Sometimes the okay, there's another order here, but I think I'm not okay. Let me pick it. I don't know. I will ignore it. I will ignore it. Okay, so what was I saying? That sometimes you don't judge customers. You might sometimes you might deliver an order and you think maybe from what you see that maybe the customer did not kind of appreciate the delivery, so maybe you delayed or something, but then later on you realize that you actually mischarged. You charged a book by its cover, so later on you just see, boom, a very big tip from the same person which somehow you judged that maybe they did not appreciate. So I don't judge anybody, because the one who will be so happy with you might not be necessarily the one to tip you the most. The one who is people have different personalities. The one who is you go there and he or she is quiet and you think maybe, oh, maybe I've delayed, maybe they are not happy, but it's how people are. It's the nature of people are different. So those ones, sometimes you assume and then later on you get a shocker, a big tip, huge tip, then you ask yourself, what? So it's always good to be to appreciate everyone, and don't judge people. Okay guys, I'm trying to find the right address. I think I got it. I got the address. Okay, which number is it? Obviously for privacy I'm not going to say the number, but I think I got it. Wait, what? Which is the number? Huh? Leave at the door, the very last house at the back with a blue car. Good, I got it. Very important to read the instructions. I got it. Okay, let me deliver the order. The customer was so happy, which is good. And how much did I get for that delivery? $16.44. Good money. Okay guys, I think let me reverse the car from the premises. There's a long driveway here. A long driveway here. guys, I picked another order which is going to where is that from? I picked another order which obviously was paying well too, so let's go get it. Not far from here. The customer was cool, was appreciated my service, and that was nice. I'm very keen when I'm delivering to the last person, to the last or the second delivery, because sometimes they don't appreciate it because you are delivering their order the last. If they know you picked both of them at the same time or almost same time, then the assumption is you are as a driver, you're the one who decided or chose to deliver for the other one first, then her or him last, which is okay, because some customers do not understand how courier operates or these platforms operate. So I'm happy when that last customer is appreciates or is thankful for your service, for your delivery. Okay, I'm almost at the pickup location for this delivery. And what is the name of the restaurant? It's called The Happy Gathering. The Happy Gathering. So I guess it's a place where ideally people should go have fun, family gatherings and things like that. But basically it's a Chinese, most of these restaurants are associated with certain people. So this one is mostly kind of a Chinese restaurant. And I realize most of the restaurants are either Chinese or Indian restaurants, and mostly Asian part of the world. They are really good. They are really good when it comes to catering services. Really good. So most of the restaurants are Chinese, Indian, or Asian in most cases. And then most of the fast foods places are these the companies which originally, or the headquarters is the US. That tells you the influence of US economy or entrepreneurs, or basically the US institutions or companies or businesses. They go everywhere in the world. Most of the big fast foods are originally from the US. And I mean the big ones. There are small ones, yes, but the big ones are the ones from the US. Okay, let me pick this order and we'll be on the road. Okay, let's confirm the order and we be on our way. Verify that you picked everything. Okay, a little sip here. Okay guys, let's go. 3.5 kilometers. Let's make this customer happy. Let's make this customer happy. I'm happy today, so happy. Okay, need to open the window, a little bit hot. Six minutes. I'm still on Uber platform, but I will post Uber platform after this. Then I go pick the order I told you earlier for Shepherd, another courier which I picked their order earlier. So that platform allows you to pick in advance. So that order is due. So once I make this customer happy, then I post this platform, and I switch to Shepherd Courier. Customers of that platform happy too. Okay. Right time. A little bit of politics. I saw that the president of Senegal wants the French troops, or the French France as a country, or the government, to close their bases in Senegal. And they are citing some atrocities which happened some time back, which perpetrated by France. So I saw and I said, okay, so the African continent is trying to ascertain their sovereignty now. Because I've always asked myself one question, that why would Africa, other countries have bases in Africa, military bases in Africa, but then the same countries cannot accept other countries to have military bases in their own countries. For example, the British have military bases in most of the African, or let me say some of the African countries, but they will never accept any of those countries to have their own military bases in their own country, or another country for that matter. For example, Britain will never accept Russia to have military base in their country. Neither Russia would not accept. China would not accept military bases. Guys, let me drop this order, then we continue with that conversation a little bit. This was what? I don't know if I've got the right house. I think. Wait, where am I? Honestly, I think I'm lost. The street is opposite, but the GPS is kind of misguiding me, so I had to check manually, because the street I'm going is actually opposite on the other side. But somehow this application wants me to cross over a fence. This application kind of is misleading me. The GPS wants me to jump over trees. I'm not going to do that. Okay guys, let me drop this delivery, then we get back to that conversation of Senegal. Am I in the right street? Let me see. Am I in the right? Good, I'm here. Finally, I'm here. Actually, the best thing, let me do a U-turn, and then to be easy for me. Yeah, this is better. Okay, let me drop this order. Then we'll be on our way. What are the instructions? No additional details. Good, just leave at the door. Okay, that's done. So what did I get from that order? That was $7.24. It wasn't a good one, but I picked it because it was convenient. It was on my way from the other drop off. Okay, so now I'm going to pick the order which I told you earlier that I picked in advance. So I'm going to collect it now, then I deliver it, sorry. So before I continue with the other story, let me, where is the route? Am I missing the exit? No, just here, somewhere here, and we are good. Yes. Okay, so before I continue that story of Senegal, I have a drink here. This is tea, and it's from Keteba. It's Keteba tea, originating from my native country, or my home country, which is Kenya. It's the best Keteba. I'm so addicted to it, to an extent where sometimes if I go for 2 days without taking Keteba tea, I even start feeling like I have an headache. The reason being, I've been drinking it since when I was a young boy, and even in diaspora we make sure we get enough supply. Okay, back to the story. So as I was saying, Senegal, the president and with the prime minister, Sonko, they're actually close. I always like when leaders are so close like that, or they're friends like that, because the country runs so well. Unlike the case of my country the other day, where the president and the deputy president had a lot of fighting for no apparent reason, just because their political interests have all of a sudden become divergent. They are not speaking in the same voice now. Then a lot of infighting, and obviously the people who suffer from that is not even the ones fighting, it's the entire population, or the citizens. So back to the story. These guys in Senegal, the president and the prime minister, are so close, they run the country in unison so well. So they say they're expelling the French troops from their country. So they don't want French bases, military bases in their country. And as I said earlier, because of that reason of atrocities committed by those soldiers against the Senegal soldiers too, I think, something like that, or Senegalese in general. So, and somehow the leadership of France have confirmed that actually they are sorry about that, what happened. But then just being sorry or apologizing is not enough. So their bases, they are being told to pack and go, to get out of Senegal. So President Faye is following the footsteps of the other guys in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. But the only difference is that the others in the other three countries, the Sahel region, those ones actually cut ties completely from France. But for Senegal, they're just cutting. They just don't want the military bases because, according to them, it is not. They are not existing for the benefit of at the basement. So I think the camera now will be a little bit darker. I'm at the basement of a mall. So, because I need to pick the order I told you earlier. I think I got the right parking. Good. So what was I saying? That the other presidents in Sahel region, those ones cut ties completely. But for the president of Senegal, is maintaining the relationship, but he just doesn't want the military bases or the barracks in Senegal because it's not serving the interests of Senegalese or the Senegal people. So I think for me, I think it's a good move, because if I cannot have my own military base in your country, then why should you have a military base in my country? It doesn't make sense. Because if something is good for you, then it should be good for me too. Because the issue is in the name of cooperation. What kind of cooperation if I cannot do the same thing in your country? We saw the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, the other day, also questioning that issue of is it SOFA? Is it a SOFA agreement? This agreement with the US and I think the other countries, which I think the European countries or the mostly, or NATO I'm not sure specifically which one, but those countries where the agreement is these countries would develop a base, a military base in your country in Africa, and if one of them makes a mistake, let's say a soldier makes a mistake, or let's say they kill someone or unalive somebody or something like that, or makes a terrible mistake, they have immunity. They cannot be prosecuted in Uganda or in Africa. They can only be prosecuted back home in their country, either France or Britain or wherever, or the US. Even if they do any worse crime, they can never be prosecuted in the country where they are domiciled. So President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda was questioning, how can that even be logical? That if my person makes a mistake in your country, you prosecute using the laws in your country. But if your person or your soldier makes a mistake here, you cannot allow me to prosecute that person here in my country. So President Museveni was not happy with that. So I think this is a time when most of the African leaders are trying to realize, what's happening here? Looks like we are being shortchanged, or something doesn't add up, or something is happening which does not benefit your own people. And I think it's the right way to go. If something is good for you, it should be good for me. Because why would you want to do something in my country which you cannot allow me to do it in your country? It's bad for you, but it's good for me. What kind of logic is that? So I think Senegal is on the right track, because they gave an example of China, where they are the biggest trading partner in Senegal, but they don't have a military base, yet they have a very good cooperation. Here is France with minimal trading agreements, but then they have a barrack, a base, and they're expanding. Why? So it makes sense, and I think these leaders are doing the right thing. All right, guys, that was too much talk. Let me deliver the last order because it's getting dark. Then I will see you next time. Thank you for being here and keeping me company. Thank you, and bye bye. See you.